everyone. I'm checking in quite late today. It's past 7 o'clock. So we left the hostel this morning at around 9 a.m. and we made it 18 and a half miles to one of the shelters. But to be honest, today was a really rough day for me. I said at the end of my last vlog that I thought I'd started my period, and that is true. I did indeed start it. So for me, that meant a day with just a lot of low energy, a lot of cramping. And because of that, my hips felt really tight, and it kind of made the uphills really difficult. So that was me for the first half of the morning. I was really struggling. And, we took a lunch break at a shelter. I think it was about 9 miles in. At that point, I took some ibuprofen for the very first time on trail. And I decided that I wanted to keep hiking. That was the thing. I wanted to keep going. I just needed to find out when my limit was. And then I knew there were a few tent sites coming up. So I just wanted to see how far we could get, really. A few miles after that, we actually got some really nice trail magic. And that was very needed because when I'm on my period, I eat a lot more and I have a big sweet tooth, none of which I planned for in my resupply because I just didn't know this was coming. So I was really low on things like snacks and, so the trail magic turned up. I took a little bit too much, maybe, but I filled the rest of my bear canister up with plenty of snacks and extra food. But I do feel a little bad now because I feel like I may have come across, I just kind of rocked up, was a little under the weather, grumpy, just took a ton of food and then left. So I didn't even ask the guys what their names were or anything like that. So if they ever see this, or, if you came across me today, just know that I really wasn't feeling well. But yeah, I had a Gatorade, I had some cookies, and I think that did the trick, along with the ibuprofen, because we were able to push on until the 18 and a half mile shelter, which is where we are now. But yeah, I think hiking on your period is a tricky thing. Not only do you have to deal with all of the physical symptoms, but then there's also just all the logistical stuff. Like, I personally use a menstrual cup, so having to be aware that that has to be changed out every few hours. So not only do I have my regular bathroom habits, but I have to be mindful of changing out my menstrual cup as well. Finding somewhere to do it is tricky. It has to be obviously a well-covered area, relatively flat, otherwise I'm going to be toppling over, and it's just logistically challenging to have to do all that while keeping all your hands clean and everything. So it's just a lot between how I physically was feeling and just the mental hurdle trying to figure all that out. But we made it, and we made it before sundown, which is good. So I think I'm just gonna have some dinner, try to get warm. It's gonna be a really cold night tonight, so I'm gonna have to sleep with my filter, my electronics, everything like that. And yeah, I think I was also feeling a little sad because we found out that one of the couples that we basically started our hike with, but we hadn't seen in about 3 weeks, they have ended up dropping out, which is quite sad because I really felt like they were strong hikers and they were only just behind us, and I always thought we would catch up eventually and reunite, but it is how it is. And I'm just hope that they're happy with their decision, and that they know that the trail is always going to be here. So yeah, I hope you all have had an easier day than I have. We'll see how tomorrow goes. I think we are pushing about 14.5 miles to go camp outside of a hostel. We're not going to be zeroing there because we just zeroed, but yeah, we'll just at least camp there. I'm hoping that they have a fuel canister resupply that I can get because mine ran out, so Tribute is kindly letting me share his and not starve. So yeah. Anyways, enough waffling on. I am gonna go eat and go to bed, and I will see you all later. Bye. Good morning. Last night was rough. So I think it probably got to about 20 degrees at least. When we woke up this morning, it was 26. So it was really, really cold last night. But then it was also incredibly windy, and the wind was blowing right into the shelter. And it was also blowing little bits of snow in. So when we all woke up this morning, we had like some snow on our sleeping pads, in our shoes. I had some snow like in my pack, which was hung up. So that wasn't great. I don't think I slept a single bit last night. And I was also like trying to keep warm, so I was curled up into a ball, which then meant that every so often I kept having to turn because my hips started to hurt on whatever side I was sleeping on. So I was just basically like a rotisserie chicken in the night, just like tossing and turning. And then I got up this morning, tried to get breakfast from my bear canister. It was just too cold. My fingers wouldn't cooperate. So we're having a very, very early lunch. It's about 10 o'clock. And I just needed to stop. I need to take more ibuprofen. For some reason, as soon as we left the shelter, I had like a spell of like intense nausea and dizziness just from my period. So yeah, I need to take some ibuprofen. I need to eat. I think I'm just gonna have whatever I have for lunch normally. Yeah, we're hoping to stay at a hostel tonight, or just camp at a hostel tonight. So that's about 12 miles ahead. So I'm not too worried about time or anything. It's just the physical struggle of getting there when I don't feel well. So yeah, that's it really. I'm gonna eat now because I'm starving. So I'll catch you later. The cold that's in the rain will move beneath the weight till you raise. Give me your hand, climb up the balcony. It's the front row, sway with the symphony. Make as much noise, be as we wanna be. Your voice in my voice, and hands are the canopy. Feel the whole rhythm, play what's inside of me. Oh, you guys, we've just left the Trail Magic, which was absolutely amazing. Thank you so much to Camp Riff Raff. You guys are awesome, and you fed us very, very well. We had to get away before I started getting too late. We're really trying to get to this hostel for the night, and we still have another 8 miles. But guys, he was like starting to make grilled cheese and funnel cakes, and I don't want to walk 8 miles. I want to eat funnel cake. So that was very hard to tear ourselves away from, but we must hike on. So we, at least the elevation's pretty good right now, so I'll catch you later. I long lost count of the days. Okay, so it is the evening, and you can probably tell that I'm obviously not in my tent. And that is because when we got here, I think it was about 7 o'clock, we were just so exhausted, and they had this adorable little cabin available. So we just decided to jump on it. Especially because, again, I wasn't feeling very well all day, and I just wanted a little bit of comfort in these trying times. Can you blame me? So yeah, it's really cute. Has just enough space for our stuff, has lots of hooks, it's got aircon, heating, all that stuff. So we had showers, we had dinner, tributes outside, being social with everybody, but my social battery is just, I'd rather just chill in here. So I think I'm going to go to bed soon. The plan for the next few days, what is the plan? So we are, I think at this point, 42 miles from Damascus, and the elevation actually doesn't look too bad. I think if we really wanted to push it, I think we could honestly do 2 20-mile days to get into Damascus. And it's currently Saturday. But I think the only reason that doesn't appeal to me is because that would mean getting into Damascus really late, probably on Monday. So we'd end up paying to stay Monday night. We probably wouldn't even get in until like 7, 8 o'clock. And then probably zeroing the next day. So yeah, I just didn't really, I'm not a big fan of like pushing the big mile day and getting in so late that you don't really have time to enjoy the evening. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take those 42 miles and split them up a bit so that we have kind of 2 moderate days on either end, and then a big, maybe a 20-mile day in the middle. So that means tomorrow we'll have not as long of a day as we had today, I don't think, which is good because it'll give us time to get up, have breakfast, enjoy this hostel a little bit more because it's a really nice area, and the property looks just really lovely, so I think we'd like to spend a little bit more time here. So maybe late morning we'll set off. So yeah, that's the plan. At the moment it's looking like we'll get into Damascus Tuesday afternoon, which is good. So yeah, I'm excited for the next few days. I'm excited for the big push into Virginia. It's crazy how the miles just start to go so quickly, and you know, it feels like we were just at 300 and then we just did 400 and now we're almost in Virginia, and then once we hit Damascus we'll only be about 30 miles from 500. So it's crazy. Yeah, we're making progress out here. So thanks for sticking around, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Autumn's you the woods, lost child. I felt misunderstood, so I made.
Okay, where did we leave off? I think it was at the hostel last night, which we had a great time at. Sorry, I'm just washing my hands. Yeah, the hostel last night was great. The staff was amazing. It was just so clean, and it would have been a really nice place to zero, I think, but you know, here we are. So yeah, today we took our time. We wanted to enjoy our we wanted to enjoy our little cabin that we had gotten. So checkout wasn't until 10:30, so we slept in, called Tribute's parents, had breakfast, and then slowly started packing up, which we didn't really have much to pack up. It was just changing into our clothes because we never really unpacked our bags. Hung around the hostel for a little bit, and then we got going around probably 11:30. So today we made it, I think, just over 13 miles to a random tent site here. Yeah, I'm very excited. We are, I think, 25 and a half miles from Virginia, 29 miles from Damascus, and the terrain looks pretty nice compared to what we've had so far. There were little uphills and stuff, but yeah, it was mostly beautiful today. We got really good views of the lake. What was it called? I'm going to say Watauga. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. Watauga Lake. And it's actually really cool because we were talking to some of the people at the Trail Magic yesterday, and they were telling me how there used to be a town within the lake, and at some point, I think the town kept flooding and flooding. So at some point they decided to build the dam and fill in the area. So when they did that, they took all of the houses and buildings that were in the town and they moved them to what is now Butler, Tennessee. And then they also moved some of the buildings to some other towns nearby, like Rowan Mountain. So that was pretty cool. A little bit of a history fact for you. But yeah, the lake was beautiful. I think if we were here in the height of summer, that hostel would definitely be like a really good place to hang out, go to the lake during the day, maybe rent a boat or something. So yeah, today wasn't too bad. I'm still feeling a little under the weather, but we'll get through it. So yeah, we don't have that much to Damascus, which means we might be able to start pushing some bigger miles maybe tomorrow. I think we're looking at a shelter that's currently 19 miles away. So just shy of 20, but it is what it is. And that'll leave us a shorter day into Damascus on Tuesday. So yeah, that's the plan so far. I think things have been going pretty well, considering I've been feeling ill the past few days, but yeah, keeping my spirits high. You good?
Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, we're gonna have dinner now. And then I need to massage my feet, go to bed, all that stuff. So yeah, we've had a good day. I hope you have too, and I will catch you later.
You can find another shelter.
Good morning. Today marks 6 weeks on trail. It is also hopefully the day that we achieve our longest hike so far. We're aiming for 19 miles today. And it's also the day of the eclipse. So hopefully those are all good signs of a good day to come. When we were planning this hike, there were two things I really, really wanted to do. One of them was go to Dollywood, and the other one was to get off trail and drive to go see the eclipse along the path of totality. None of those have happened, which I'm a little sad about, but it's okay.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
We're enjoying the hike, so that's all that matters. And hopefully we still get to see something happening. It won't be too cloudy. I think it'll be around 2 or 3 o'clock. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, we left on pretty good time this morning from our campsite, and we're hoping to make good mileage. The terrain seems okay, so wish us luck.
Call your own. You can't push time. You can't push time. But you can ride out every wave like an alibi. Your past won't leave. Your past won't leave. It'll stay with them like it stays with me. You won't break free. You won't break free. 'Cause death is gonna get you like it's gonna get me.
Hi everyone. So we made it to the shelter, which means that we managed to pull off a 19-mile day today, which is our personal best so far. Could have tried to go one more mile to 20, but doesn't really make a difference, does it? Tomorrow we have 10 miles into Damascus, and I think 6.5 miles. Yeah, 6.5 miles to Virginia, which is very exciting, and then 3.5 more miles after that to get into the town of Damascus. So, yeah, it's pretty exciting. Today actually flew by really fast because we were hiking with someone else and like talking with them. So I think we managed like 9 miles and it felt like nothing. Unfortunately, we got no views of the eclipse. It was raining, not heavily, but it was raining, which meant it was really cloudy. So no eclipse views this time. But if you did see the eclipse, let me know, because it sounds absolutely amazing, and I've never actually seen a full solar eclipse. And I hear it can really affect like different animals and different wildlife, which is really interesting. So nature, eh? But yeah, I'm gonna chill here. I actually have signal, so I'm just gonna sit on my phone for a bit, go to bed. Then we're gonna get up tomorrow and make the 10-mile push into Damascus. I'll catch you later.